Hello everyone, welcome back to the lab, and also welcome back to the newest report of the TCG Burst of Destiny North America Metagame week number 8 and 9. So before we started, first of all, a little bit late, but Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. It's been like almost 2 months since I started this, and I really appreciate everyone's support on both the channel and both the Metagame report project I've done. So that being said, what's really happened in the past 2 weeks? Let's start diving into it. There's due to the holiday season, there were not really too many of tournaments. The only one that's being collected were the four remote duel regionals and one IRL PS5 tournament happened during the New Year weekend. And out of those five tournaments, I collected four top A's, four of the all top A's, and one the top 16 from the PS5 tournament. So total of like 48 different decks. So with the world moving forward to 2022, how is the Yu-Gi-Oh scene going in 2022? Unfortunately, there isn't too much big difference compared to the past couple of weeks, as we are still having almost exactly the same format. Sorso and then Lireless Tri Brigade are still taking first and second place, compared to like similar to before. However, with the difference being this is the first week ever since the format started back then in like November, Lireless Tri Brigade actually has a little bit more representation in the top cut compared to Sorso, with like 2% higher on the pie chart. And after these two, followed by mainly different kind of like DPE variant of the decks, there being Invoke Dogmatica, Sky Striker, and Tri Brigade, and also with a little bit of Flow Wanderies. If we look into the details of the deck breakdown, Lireless Tri Brigade has one extra or one more top list compared to Sorso this week, which is the only main difference compared to the past weeks. The past couple weeks, Sorso always have more representation than the birds, the Lireless Tri Brigade, and then but it's only one list difference, so it's not like too big of difference at the moment. And after that, there were Invoke Dogmatica, five of them being the relatively regular DPE version of Invoke Dogmatica, one of them being like a big mix mash DPE Dragoon Owlage Invoke Dogmatica. And then if you look into the breakdown for the Tri Brigade, all the Tri Brigades now are DP version of Tri Brigade, just being the difference of either pure DP Tri Brigade or DP Zodiac Tri Brigade or DP Dogmatica Tri Brigade. And then Flow Wanderies are just Flow Wanderies. The Sky Striker are being like mainly DP Sky Striker, but occasionally one like going second version of Sky Striker. Then it's others. The decks in others are mainly just the decks we've been seeing. Virtual, two of the virtual, one being pure virtual, one being a Sorcerer, small engine of virtual world. DP Dragonlink, Drytron, Owlage, Live Twins, and then going second, Mist and Mind Burn, Numerum, DP Phantom Knights, and the only new deck is the deck that got boosted from Blood of Legend, which is the shark deck, is like kind of water exceeds deck. That was like one of the top 16 finisher in the PS5 tournament happened on Sunday last weekend, I think. And there were two duelists has never responded to my message, so their lists are still relatively unknown to it at this point. And then if we look into the DP pie chart, it's also pretty much the same as before. DP variant decks are still taking about like 30 to 40% of the format, and then that's probably gonna maintaining almost the same until either Banlas, which is expected to happen mid-January, or I think at this point, delayed to late January, the Grand Creators, which has the Brave token engines. And then among all the DPE decks, 33 of them does not have DPE, and the rest 15 decks has DPE, and majority of them are just being invoked Dogmatica variants. And as I mentioned earlier, all the Tri Brigade decks that top this weekend are actually just DPE Tri Brigades, and then followed by DPE Sorcerer, DPE Sky Tracker, DPE Dragonlink, and DPE Phantom Knights. So, due to the fact Literalist Tri Brigade actually got like first place in the pie chart, I guess we'll start with that instead. Raihan Saeed finished 4-1 in Game Escape Remote Duel Regional during the past weekend. He instead of normally Literalist Tri Brigade deck usually choose to play Pot of Prosperity to like more as a supporter to guarantee to have like a guarantee search. Raihan decided to use Pot of Desires instead, which is like a relatively interesting choice for Literalist decks. And then he also just decided to play three, like max out most of the in-engine cards for both Lyrillus and Tri Brigade to like in order to just cooperate running Pot of Desires, running like a higher risk, higher reward route for the deck. And besides the main deck, in the side there are 3 copies of Triple Tactic Talents. This is also a useful tool when going second, and it's especially amazing going second when played against Barani de Fleur, or people call it Baroness, from Sorcerer decks. Triple Tactic or 3T can take the control of Baroness after forcing out its negation effect with other cards. And then after that, due to Baroness being like once per turn popping a card on the field, and now like hard once per turn for that destruction effect. After like Raihan is able to use Baroness to destroy a card from his opponent, and then link away the Baroness due to Baroness being a wind, link away into the Wing Charmer, and use Wing Charmer to revive Baroness. And like I said earlier, Baroness isn't the destruction effect isn't once per turn. Well, it is once per turn, but it's only per card, not per name. So after reviving the Baroness can destroy another card on the field, while also because it got linked away and revived again, it regained its negation effect on the field now. So with this combo, it's very effective to play against Sorcerer's ending board, and then by resolving that, the player will take control of like permanently taking control of the Baroness, and when Wind dies by either battle or opponent's card effect, it can pretty much search any Lyrilless card in the deck by any option. So this combo together will make Lyrillus Tri Brigade gain a huge advantage just through the use of triple tactic talents. Next, it's a 10E Sorcerer list from a relatively known player, Sam Chung. He's been piloting Sorcerer in the past a series remote duel events online, and has relatively decent results. This weekend, he still achieved relatively solid results after he finished top 16 in the remote duel YCS in the past couple weeks. This weekend, he got fourth place at the core TCG remote duel regional and eighth place at the Game Escape remote duel regional. So 2 top 8s in the past couple in this one past weekend. Very solid results. And then after the several weeks of testing, 10 Sorcerer decks now have like evolved into a relatively optimized state, um, with like an almost fixed amount of like the ratios for Sorcerer monster and 10 monsters within the engine. And alongside that, there is a copy of Arch Nemesis Protos to mainly combo it out and use to lock down the opponent's special summoning light or dark attribute monster from playing, and occasionally can maybe even lock down what wing attribute if the 10 Sorcerer player know he's playing against Little Lost players. And then if you look into the side, there are Sam Chan decided to use a Dimensional Barrier. This is a card that has gained more and more popularities in the past couple weeks. It is a fantastic card when going first. It has the ability to completely shut down Sorcerer players from synchro summoning, while it's being able to play like kind of ignore any kind of back row removal cards, even including a common thing that Sorcerer player use to force out back row like Tenyi Spirit Vishita. And then besides that, it is also an amazing answer to like Fusion Destiny for DPE, the Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer from all different kind of decks. And there's also including some like fusion based strategy decks such as like Invoke Dogmatica, because they will not only it's gonna shut down uh Fusion Destiny, it's also possible to shut down Invocation and occasionally shut off Fusion. So for how like versatile Dimensional Barrier is, it is really not surprised to see like this card being kind of widely used in several different decks now. So that has been pretty much this past 2 weekends. Um, Due to really the holiday season, there isn't too much data, but in the incoming week, I think there's like a CCG 3v3 tournament happen online on the following weekend um, on Dueling Book. And also after that, we have Vice's Pasadena coming, which I think a lot of people have already prepared for the event and also maybe just holding their decks or deck lists to prepare for it. And then, but overall, the format is still relatively the same. It just Lyrilless Trapagate has one extra entries compared to Source Soul, and for top eight, and then, but pretty much they're equal at the moment. And then format really is the same, and it probably won't change until really just the bandless mid January or grand creators like late January. So that's it for this week's report. And then, of course, thanks for everyone's support for the past year. Thanks for all the patrons who subscribe to the Patreon and send me support. Uh, like always, the picture version of this video with all the like explanations I've said, and then as well as the link to the Google Doc, including all the deck lists like collected, and a spreadsheet with all the data in it. Those will be be under the patrons for $5 a month. If you feel like to support me and then use the data to help yourself, feel free to join my patrons. And obviously, thank you very much for whoever that has already joined the patrons. I appreciate the support. And then all the links to the Patreon will also be in the description section. So I guess that will be it. This is not really a long report due to relatively few tournament results, but in the incoming week we'll have more big tournaments, more interesting datas. So I'm looking forward to have those. I'm looking forward to maybe meet everyone at Pasadena or something. So that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and then still, Happy New Year, everyone. I'll see everyone in the following week for the following report. Bye bye.